fuck that. At the end of the day, what the fuck happens? Motherfuckers die, mass incarceration still strives, and niggas is still getting y'all know what the fuck I'm saying? Alright, shit ain't really changing. Niggas gotta stand up.
Yeah. Alright, my name is Lordsinek. Shit, 20 years old, born in Dallas, Texas. Moved to fucking Salt Lake City, Utah when I was like 2 years old.
My name's AddyGoat. I'm 21 years old, from Salt Lake City and shit.
Shit, and I am Kato. I am also 20 years old, and I am also a Salt Lake City native. Yes, sir. 801 BD.
No cap that, man.
So what's y'all's group? What is y'all's goal with this music shit?
Shit, man.
Well, first of all, we're a Dogma society.
Yeah, Dogma Society, man. I would say, like, one of my main goals with this music shit, with this group shit, we're really trying to just change the way people think and perceive things. We're trying to get people to expand their mind and really understand where we come from and why we make music. And yeah, man.
It's really just a learning process for ourselves as well as everybody we come in contact with. We want to really project the image of, I would say brotherhood, but not even just brotherhood, just community in general. We want to show people that you could come from the dirt, come from different walks of life and meet new people and really build something new that nobody else has ever seen before.
For real, huh? That's all I love, man, for real.
What makes y'all come to Corpus?
Well, basically, so, man, we just lived in Salt Lake our whole life, so like, we're really just trying to expand, just like take a step back from like Utah for a bit and kind of
evaluate everything.
Yeah.
Evaluate home.
New stuff,
yeah,
man.
get out of our comfort zone for sure. And
When you're at home and I feel like you're stay home and shit, I feel like you get distracted by a lot of stuff that's going on around you, you know?
Mm-hmm.
When you leave different states, like, all right, I'm kind of open-minded to a lot of new stuff that's not going to distract me, so I got to keep focused and keep working and keep pushing.
Yeah,
You know?
there's a lot of focus.
Because if you fuck up at another state, it's like, damn, like, you going to fuck up, you know? You have shit kind of like, I don't know.
Keep pressure on you.
Yeah.
So you don't fail.
Yeah.
So you succeed.
No, yeah, man.
What's it like performing? What's the experience?
Shit, man.
Performing is everything, man.
It's amazing.
That shit's everything. Yeah,
Bliss.
hell yeah, straight. I don't know, man, cause like I be at shows and shit, like I be a little anxious, for sure, like before I go on. But once I go on, like everything that I felt that night is just gone. It's just pure like happiness and like excitement and energy and
joyful, man.
Yeah, just seeing everyone there like come together for your music and shit. It's like it's a beautiful thing. No one's really like stressing about anything. Everyone's just there. All the energy's there. Like just going crazy, and I think people need that sometimes. People need like
step back from everything.
Yeah,
they need time to experience other people's energies,
too, you know?
and express themselves how they really want to.
I feel like that's a big like a big thing when it comes to music and just artists and shows. Like people go to shows to like feel free, you know.
Yeah.
Just have fun and forget about everything that's happening in their lives and shit like that.
Okay.
Music is everything, man.
And when you come to a Dogma show, man, like it just gets hectic,
it's just
bro.
A blast.
Yeah, shit gets hectic. Like
it's crazy, man. Seeing people like sing your lyrics and rap them, it's just like
yeah,
man. Especially in your home state too. That's just crazy as fuck to me. I get starstruck at myself.
Yeah, for real.
He's like, fuck, I'm really in this bitch. I'm in my body.
So when y'all are performing and stuff, do y'all think doing these events helps y'all's mental health?
Oh, hell
definitely,
yeah.
bro.
It helps a lot of stuff for
Definitely.
sure.
Because to like go off what Cynic said, you know, before a show, like we're usually a little bit antsy, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And we feel a little bit kind of offset about it, but as soon as we take the stage and we get to grab that mic and play our music, it just drifts away. And along with all the other feelings we even felt way before the show, like say like before we even had the show, it took us like a week to get everything handled, you know what I'm saying? And it was all last minute. So that like piled on a lot of stress, and then it was just a lot of things that happened at our previous show, so on and so forth, and just we had a lot of like not ill feelings but just unsettling feelings, you know what I'm saying? Like people were just a little nervous.
Antsy.
The moment was right and whatnot, for real.
Yeah, for
and
real.
as soon as we took the stage, you know what I'm saying, all that shit just washed away.
For
All
real,
the
no
stresses
lie.
of last week, last month, you know what I'm saying, all the stresses of thinking about what's after the show just
It's all love, man.
drifted
It's
away.
all present. Everything is
Living
present.
in the moment, man.
That's the definition of living in the moment for sure. Cause like you're not thinking about the past or the future. You're just living it, and it's just pure love and joy and excitement, and that shit is good for you, man. Everyone really needs to
it's a high you
experience
can't
that.
get from any other drug.
Yeah, man.
It really
Yeah,
is,
for real,
though.
bro. Cause like
I've
yeah,
had my experiences with concerts.
Yeah.
Too, and it is like that.
yeah,
Right. Bro,
definitely.
I remember like when do you remember the Austin show with Jay Green and all them?
Yes.
And when we performed, and then when I was looking at you turned up, yeah, I was like, damn, this boy came out here to like really do this shit.
Yeah, man.
Just turning up,
Everyone's
having
just
fun.
everyone just has a smile on their face, bro. Everyone, and you know, there's some people that like, you know, get a little too aggressive, like to fight and shit. But I mean,
That's
Better there than in
that's
the street.
yeah, it's better there than to go out and, you know, fucking get into a fight and like, you know,
Or just,
Anything can happen.
just cause
Yeah.
any kind of ruckus.
yeah,
It's like a controlled chaos.
yeah,
Yep,
Yeah.
yep.
yeah. All right, so we just look at you the whole time.
So, how did y'all meet? How did y'all come up with the idea of making music?
Oh well, first of all, I met Cynic in middle school and shit, like 7th grade.
Yeah, 7th grade and fucking, we were always like heavily into music, both of us and shit, and we were just like, yo, we should just start rapping. They like added me to a group one day on like Facebook. They're like, yo, you should start rapping, and I was like, fuck it. I mean, I've been writing poetry for a bit. Like, I've loved music. It's been like my passion forever. So I'm like, fuck it. So we like, we just started kicking it more. We started going to like this place called Sorensen Center in like Utah, and it was like this like place for kids, like a little kids youth program type shit, and they had like a little studio in there, and we just started recording. Ever since that, like, I just learned how to mix my shit. I got equipment, like, you know, just went crazy
Perfected our
on it.
craft,
Yeah,
man. Just
perfected
kept
it.
Pushing and working at it.
Yeah, and then we met fucking Kato. You could tell that side of the story. Yeah.
So fucking, I never like formally met Cynic. I never actually like hung out with them or really anything. I just knew him through music. He was a prominent figure in the music scene in Utah and shit. Had his own wave going on, and well, we all went to the same school. Didn't you go to Horizonte? But you just didn't go.
Yeah, yeah. I went to school, but I didn't go to school.
Yeah, so like the only time I'd see him, it'd just be when he's out
Okay.
front, you know, chilling with the homies, smoking a cigarette, doing what he's doing. And that's where I met Noobs. And fucking, me and him had a few mutual friends, so we became kind of close. Like, we knew each other fairly well. And we'd always see each other just skating around, whatnot, bombing hills and shit. So we always had that, like, yeah, that's the homie, you know what I'm saying? That's the cat. And that was really it. And it all happened, all of us really linking up as a group happened just last year. After I lost my pops, I was going through some shit. And fucking, he opened up a studio around, like, the same time. And I got a call one night through one of our mutual friends, and he was like, yo, pull up. I made a studio and shit, and we'd love to have you come hit some music. So, like, boom, from there, it just grew into this friendship and whatnot, and this brotherhood of making music and just wanting to build shit. And, yeah, that's really how it started. And then we met Chino through the studio. He was just sitting on the fucking curb and shit.
Yeah, that one.
Thought he was a grown-ass man.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Yeah, shout out Chino for sure. And then Ernie, you met Ernie in high school. Same shit, man. We all just clicked up. We're like, fuck it, we could do something bigger, bro. Like, we all love music or, like, you know, fucking videography or, like, producing. So we're like, man, let's just do it. Like, we're all smart individuals and shit. We could, like, really do something big. So, yeah, that's really how we came together, man. To be
If I were
honest.
to be honest, if I were to join any group, y'all are the type of motherfuckers I love. Like,
Thank you.
Hey man, soon to come. Soon
Yeah,
to come.
no
Thank you,
problem.
man.
Alright.
It's because, bro, we always gotta, like, I don't know, like, every time we feel someone is, like, not where the rest of us are, we have to, like, pick them up and make sure they're good, like, mentally, physically, like, whatever it is, like, we never leave each other behind. We always got to keep, like, you know, like,
It's always about keeping your links strong.
yeah, keeping your league strong and keep, like, we love to, like, one-up each other all the time and shit. That keeps us motivated. Like, this motherfucker will write the hardest verse, he'll write the hardest verse, and I'm like, you know, I got to snap on this shit. I got to go crazy. So, like,
Okay.
that's really what it is, man. It's
Can't
just
be a weak link in the
the
group.
energy has to be good. If the energy's fucked up, then nothing's gonna work, bro. Like, it's all energy. Everything is energy. So, like, when his energy's off, he's having a bad day, I feel that shit. And I'm like, bro, you know, like,
get on your toes.
Get
man.
on your toes, bro.
Stop
like,
having a bad day, motherfucker.
Yeah. Same shit with like the rest of us. Like, you know, we're all gonna have bad days and shit, but
As long as we're there for each other, making sure we get to the good days.
I would
Yeah.
say just
That's what matters.
bottle it up until you perform.
Yeah, let it all out. Yeah, and they be like that sometimes because there's times where like we can't really go to talk to each other like that just because there's certain things that humans just don't do. You know what I'm saying? We're reserved in our own little way,
yeah.
and that's when it comes down to us like writing our music and creating a song together or performing together. That's when you'll see like the sides that we don't let out into the open world too much or too often. You know?
Yeah. We've all learned how to cope in a positive way instead of like resorting to like, you know, like drugs or fucking, you know, doing
Just
bad
being
shit.
aggressive,
Just being a fucking like a negative person, you know. Like we've all like
Had our
figured
fair
out.
share of that.
Yeah. It's time that we've like we've grown up a lot especially since we formed the group and shit. We've just like we've learned a lot. We've been on like a fucking spiritual quest. Like it's been insane, man. Like the amount of knowledge we've learned just from like living life with each other, especially, like it's been crazy, man. Like learned so much. Like even moving to Texas, man. Like from Utah, it's opened our eyes a lot.
This time was crazier.
And that's the one thing you really can't get from like solo artists, you know what I'm saying? You can watch their growth and like experience it in the same way you somewhat experience our growth and like just watch it happen. But when you have a group of people who are all on the same shit and yet we're so different, but yet we unite under a common goal of wanting to teach people how to treat themselves, treat others, chase your passions, do all this other stuff, you know what I'm saying, in a positive light, it just shows you a real human aspect that comes along with it. Because when you're just watching one person, you only get one side of things, you know what I'm saying? You only get one person to watch, you know? But when you have a group of people like us, it's like a plethora of just all this crazy shit that's going on and just combines into one thing and like
a bunch of different energies. Ideas, creativity, it's all just one, and that forms Dogma.
That's what I love about a group, because y'all can help each other out. And you see, the difference between y'all and me is that I'm always in here by myself all the time, so I have to find ways myself to solve these negative problems.
that builds a strong person though.
Yeah, exactly. Because at the end of the day, bro, you're always gonna be alone, no matter what. 24 hours, 365, every single day, you're alone in your head. So once you learn how to overcome that and how to be alone, that's like, it's like having a fucking superpower.
Well,
like,
I really like to be alone because it makes me just think about myself, and I can, you know,
perfect yourself.
Yeah,
work on yourself.
Exactly. Yeah, but it also helps too when you have people to be like giving you their perspective on you, because you could only see yourself from the outside so much until another person comes and really like evaluates you and like critiques you and not really critiques you or judges you, but kind of like
shows you a different light, just gives you a different
says it how it
perspective.
is. Yeah.
So when y'all first started making music, were you always into like that heavy rock punk shit, or did y'all start like just rapping just off?
Me personally, hell no. I'm gonna just be completely honest. I always had a love for rock, always had a love for alternative and just all those out of the box genres and shit that you don't really see as much as you do now in like the modern era of music and shit, just because it's kind of been pushed to the side as like, okay, that's the little quiet kid in the classrooms thing. All of us are listening to trap and shit. So like me always had like a love for boom bap, trap, all the hip hop elements and shit like that. But as long as that, as well as I had that, I had a love for rock and all that. And me meeting these guys really opened up the doors to go into that, you know what I'm saying, wholeheartedly and with confidence and shit. Because me, I was never surrounded by that. Like all my friends who make music, it was just rap. It was just never any just out of the box genres and shit. So now like I didn't jump into it all the way until last year. Then
Yeah. Fucking honestly, like when I first really started becoming conscious to like music and all the different types of genres and shit, all I listened to was the music that like my family listened to. So it was like it was just like rock, you know, fucking oldies, punk, metal, boom bap, R&B, jazz, like a bunch of genres of music. And then when I really like started to develop a love for music, I would say like I was heavily into boom bap and like New York rap and shit, like Pro Era.
Birthplace,
you know.
man.
I feel
yeah.
like that helped a lot though, because if I didn't know how to wordplay or like write my bars the way I did,
double entendres.
Yeah.
If we just started straight with rap, that shit would like straight with like trap and shit, we would have never really
That's why a
evolved.
lot of new rappers can't spin no 16s like that, you know, how they want them to, because they've never perfected or crafted that skill.
We started from like the boom bap shit, like the fucking
Learn from the greats.
You know, the jungle
that
flows
has-
and shit like that.
Yeah, all we used to listen to was like, you know, fucking Big L,
Gangstar.
Gangstar,
Nas,
Biggie,
West,
Nas,
you know,
all that shit, bro.
Caraway,
I used to fucking
Onyx,
hate
Mobb
trap.
Deep,
Yeah,
Onyx,
hell yeah.
Mobb Deep.
I used to hate trap
Go on,
music,
man.
bro. I remember being in like high school and people would play trap and I'll be like, yo,
Turn that shit
off.
I'd always
Me, I
think
love that
like,
shit. I was in middle school bumping Migos, going crazy.
I heard that song. I'm in love with the coke.
Coke.
I was like, bro, turn that shit off, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
even in middle school, I fucking hated that shit.
Baking
bro.
soda.
And
yeah.
it didn't get to me till like maybe like beginning of ninth grade. Or like, man, started listening to a lot of underground shit. X for sure opened the doors to. a lot
Yeah,
of that
X for
shit,
sure.
man.
Yeah, like I hate to sound like, you know, I hate to gas myself up and shit, but I was too like, I wouldn't say advanced, but my mind was just more open than a lot of other.
You had more food for thought
when
than
we
that.
were
Yeah,
younger,
yeah.
we were for sure on like the
Conscious
spiritual
shit.
woke shit, like when
Conscious
people,
shit, yeah,
when
yeah.
people would be like, "Damn, these niggas are weird," or like they're dumb as fuck for thinking that way. Now that
For believing in energy
now
and,
that
like,
everybody's
yeah.
on that shit, bro, like that's cool as fuck. But I hate that shit in some ways. Like y'all niggas
Yeah.
are some bitches for telling me that shit back.
No,
it's okay
man,
though.
he said
But
y'all
it's okay
niggas
though. It's
bitches.
okay though now. It's okay though now because everybody on it.
Cause
better
it's
that
it's
way.
some positive shit,
Yeah, it's
and that's all we
positive.
want to bring.
No
But yeah,
cap.
like people did used to think we're like weird for that shit, you know. But honestly, I like he said, X definitely like when the Florida scene started coming up, cause at that time I was straight listening to like, you know, Joey, Isaiah Rashad, Kendrick, fucking, you know,
Motherfuckers dropping heat around
yeah,
that time, bro.
yeah, straight heat, Mick
No
Jenkins.
cap.
Yeah,
Mick Jenkins.
hell
Man, I remember
yeah.
going to the McJenkins tour show.
Yeah,
that
hell
shit
yeah.
was lit,
Going
man. And
all
nobody
out.
was feeling him. Nobody was feeling him
For
in
real.
the crowd like that. There was only
Fucking
like
Dizzy Riot.
100 people.
Dizzy
Yup.
Riot,
Yeah. But then fucking like the Florida scene popped out, like X, you know, of course, like Pump came with that
Purple
ignorant
and
shit,
all
but it
that
was just
shit.
like
D-Rose.
this shit hard because
Still made a lot of
Cause the
yeah, hell yeah.
Hey, man.
It was hard because they weren't just coming with this like, well, except for like Pump and like Perp and shit, but like X, for example, like he wasn't coming with this straight like, oh, I'm a trap nigga, this and this. It was like,
He was coming with that
He's coming
visceral
with-
anger. He was coming with that.
like this
that
is my
rage.
life and I'm gonna tell it, but I'm not gonna tell it on this boom bap beat. I'm gonna tell it on this very rock influence type shit. And that was what we were into. We were into the rock shit. Besides the boom bap, we're into the rock and the punk. So we're like, yo, this is like,
Hearing this shit collide together like that,
Yeah.
it's like what the
it
The
opened
gravity
doors.
to it
It
was
opened our
intense.
ears. And then like, of course, as we grow older, like the trap shit does become fun. Like it becomes cool. Like
until you get caught.
yeah. Well, not like the trap, like selling drugs and shit. I mean like.
shit, man. That shit-
Besides
that
that,
shit crazy, too.
yeah.
It's
Besides
just
that,
it's just a one lane street, you know, like
That shit
it's just one lane as fuck. Like, I mean, I don't know. It really is about that though. Like that's really what it is. The message behind it, man. It's like if the message behind it is so straightforward and to the point, and there's no room for creating a new road from it. That's literally all it is, man. It's like that trap shit's cool until that trap lifestyle really bites you in the ass.
yeah.
And it's like, what are you gonna be rapping
Yeah,
about
no
then?
cap,
Like
and what else
fighting
you
a
got?
case? Like you gonna talk about fighting a case and like doing all this other shit? At least back then, like say what boom bap rappers like say Big L, you know what I'm saying? He was talking about that street lifestyle. He was
Yeah.
talking about what he's doing to get out of it. He was talking about the negative elements of it, and just all around the board, he was just explaining it in a real way, not just him trying to gas up his criminality and shit.
Yeah.
You know, so it's just
Yeah.
like
I mean, like fucking, like, don't get me wrong, that trap shit, like, the
It
trap
bust.
music, that shit fire,
I
you
fuck
know?
with it.
Like, I fuck with that shit, and I definitely grew into it. It took me a minute, but, like, I just had to really open my ears and my perspective so, like, you know, these people are also going through, like, similar shit that we go through or that we see people go through. So I was like, you know what, this shit's hard. And as I was growing up,
that's why I like that
My-
soul trap shit.
yeah, my fucking ears for like production also started to advance. So I started to hear like the drum patterns, the fucking 808s, like the synths, like the pianos.
Music.
And I was like, bro, you know what? Like this trap shit is getting like hard. Like this shit's hard as fuck. But yeah, man, like I fuck with trap music. Like people telling their story. people telling their story on any type of beat, like I feel that shit. Like
Commendable.
Okay.
hell yeah, like I feel that shit, bro.
You
So
tell
like
that shit.
yeah, whether it's boom bap, rock, trap, whatever you doing, like
Say that shit.
keep doing that shit and say it with your fucking heart, bro. It's like
Just do something
Just
positive
like
with
I said
it.
with Shot,
Yeah.
pour your heart in your closet. What is that? What is his line again?
spill your soul in that closet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there you go.
Yeah, man, for real. But yeah, like he just said, do some good with that shit. Cause you gonna get some fans. You gonna get some fans from that shit. You might get some money, but what you gonna do with it? Are you like? It could benefit you, of course. It could benefit your family, but like, are you gonna give back to the community that like gave to you and
Once
shit?
gain that actual audience that
Mhm.
you can influence.
It's like G Herbo, you know what I'm saying? Like he did all that trap shit and all that hyper aggressive just street lifestyle, and it's like he was expressing his reality, but at the same time it was like a very influential thing, you know what I'm saying, on the inner city ghettos and shit of America, and he realized that, and he started making music that was just different, you know what I'm saying? It was
Yeah.
more emotional felt, and it was like showing the effects of it, you know what I'm saying? And like I fuck with that. I like when people
The aftermath.
the aftermath of
Yeah.
what breaks you through as an artist, you know what I'm saying? Like, are you gonna keep going with the negative connotations that you speak on, or are you gonna like show the positive in it? And like that's what we had to do with our own music. 'Cause,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
some of it was like not what it should have been, you know?
There's levels to it. Like
Yeah, there's levels.
like you gotta like. I feel like you start off. Usually, you just start off making music. You start off with all this like crazy energy that like you've gained just from over the years and shit, and you want to put it on this beat. So you talking about like doing all this bad shit, you know, everything you've done, and then you start to realize like
You can grow from
you're
that.
growing as a person, so your music has to start growing. So like you can't keep talking about all this bad shit you've done because you just keep growing.
And it's just gonna
Like
hold
you
back.
can't be 30 years old still talking about like laying people down and shit. Like you gotta eventually evolve, and I feel like the people who don't evolve, they get like forgotten. Like they make change, but they don't make as much change as if someone who came from the streets,
gotta grow.
yeah, who came from the streets, talked about all the shit they've been through, all the anger they feel, and then they started to grow and they flipped all of that shit and used it to shine some positive light on like what the fuck's going on, or like, you know. So yeah,
A
bro.
good example of that would be like Tyler the Creator or Suicide Boys.
Mhm.
You can tell like the difference over the years.
Savage, 21 Savage, bro. 21 Savage, like he went from making Red Ops to fucking a lot. And like a lot of people might talk a lot of shit about that song, but it's real shit, bro. He grew up. He saw how all the shit in his life affected him up to that point.
And what was he gonna do with it? He was either gonna stay in the same position, rapping about the same shit, putting out the same energy, or
Yeah.
twist the narrative and show that there's some positive behind it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And showing
like
that you can
he got up
do
and
something
got
with
that
it.
shit, bro. And like he's living a better life now that he has that shit, and he's keeping it. That's the hardest thing about it. You can get it. It's easy to get it, but the hardest thing is keeping it.
Okay, you can get
and making
lost.
it grow.
Yeah.
Don't get lost in the
What are your guys'
sauce.
intentions with your music?
Hey man, I been about this since I was young. No cap. Like once I get a good ass platform, I just want to help the world, man. I want to help people that are just like me, you know, with problems and shit like that for sure. There's a lot of kids that are stuck in this world, you know, they don't know what to do with their lives, or like, you know,
Have
just
nowhere
that,
to facilitate their dreams
you know?
or nothing. They're just alone, you know?
Yeah, you feel alone in this world and you feel like you ain't got nobody, but like there's people out there with the same intentions, same emotions, same
Yeah.
thought process. Like you're not alone, you know. We're
Yeah.
human. We're all human, so we all like,
feel the same
things,
shit. Yeah,
for
yeah.
sure.
I
So
got
it's like,
advice.
Mhm.
Cameraman.
I got advice. If you are sad, or if you're going through, if you're alone, just make a craft. Have a craft, like
Yeah,
music,
yeah.
like
Yeah.
anything.
True facts.
Positive habits are
hey,
everything,
Real
man.
facts,
There's,
real
hey,
facts,
there's
real
always
facts.
somebody out there that's gonna listen. You mean something to somebody, no
Yeah.
matter what it is.
Positive habits are everything, bro. Like,
And this is
Man.
exactly what we want to showcase. We want our persona as musicians and as a collective to really reflect who we are as individuals and as a society, if that makes any fucking sense. I don't know if that makes sense, but all the music we make, we can always shed light on our stories and our experiences and what other people experience and what communities experience and shit.
Good as fuck.
But it's in that act of making music of it and kind of putting a little what's the word I used the other day, kind of an enigmatic twist, kind of like, you know, making a puzzle for people to figure out. Like,
Yeah.
that's why we like writing how we write. Like, it's either right to the point
or scriptic.
or it's cryptic. Yeah,
Or
like
cryptic.
Yeah,
My bad.
he says cryptic.
Scriptic.
Hey man, I
What
feel
are
like
y'all's,
I feel
face
like
tattoos?
oh
I'm sorry for
No, go ahead. Yeah, I can answer that.
Go ahead.
Mine is basically from like my trials and tribulations and shit like that. Just from like hardship and shit. I've always like needed help in some type of way, but I was never really the one to ask for help, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So I just...
I remember when my mom asked you
got
that
my
question.
own, man.
Right when he got it, he came home.
You can look
Came
at
home
it,
the day after.
You can look at it, man, and be like, oh, this dumbass kid got help. It's like, this nigga might need some help, man. No
A lot of
cap.
people don't think they need support or help.
Yeah,
It's very helpful to get
And that's
Yeah.
also something we want to
Wow.
breed out of people. We want to teach people that it's okay to ask for help.
Most
It's
definitely
okay
is, man.
to want someone at your back, watching your back. Because at the
Sometimes
end
you
of the
can't
day,
handle everything your own.
exactly. Humans, we die alone. We ain't born alone. I don't give a fuck who says it. We're born with a mom there. No matter how she treats you after, you're not born alone. You know what I'm saying?
No
so
cap.
You're never alone, man.
So-
Yeah, man.
Never.
Humans need love to fucking live. If you
Companionship.
leave a baby there,
that motherfucker gonna die.
he gonna die if you don't give him the love and affection he needs.
Alright.
Like literally,
No
it's
count.
it's literally energy, bro. Like it's literally energy you're giving to that person, and people need that energy sometimes.
help them
but
grow
yeah,
and
bro.
shit, man. Even with plants, bro. You
Yeah,
talk-
even with
Yeah,
plants.
Give it positive affirmation.
If you tell a plant some fucked up shit and you say like you're gonna die, you
It's
literally
just
you
bad
manifest
energy, yeah.
that plant to die because, bro, fucking
Your
sound
energy,
sound is
man.
vibration. Vibration is energy. You're giving that plant your bad energy.
And with all that being said, just to conclude it, yeah, our main purpose with this music shit is to preach love and positivity and to show that we're here for each other. We're not in this to be alone and be top dogs with anything. It's
There's no ego.
there's
really.
no ego, yeah, man. Like
just
it
trying-
says on his wall over there, ego death, man.
Yeah, we're just trying to. We're trying to do this shit for ourselves, of course, just because we love it and it's a passion. It makes us happy.
We gotta feed ourselves and our family,
No
but
cap.
it's always deeper
Gotta
than
eat.
that with us.
But yeah, man. It's like I said, like you said, like how does it feel to perform and shit? You know, like when a kid is at our show, you never know what the fuck that kid's going through. He could be going through the hardest shit, and no one knows. But once he comes to our show, the energy
Yeah,
we
man.
give off, it
Oh.
uplifts him. It makes him forget about everything, and he can go home with that experience of like, I just saw these kids go crazy on the
Exactly,
stage.
man.
It motivates me. It makes me want to like get on the shit that they're on, and we're on the positive shit. So like, we're like trying to be role models with this shit, man.
I think
cool as
that's why
fuck.
people they misunderstand y'all's intention with the whole punk
Yeah.
thing
Mhm.
because they're like, oh, they're so aggressive and all they want to do is just spread chaos. But it's
Yeah, and
actually
when
it's
you
all
think
opposite.
about that though, that's like they try to do that shit to NWA. They
Yeah,
try to do that
exactly.
to Ice Cube. You know what I'm saying?
All the
they
greats,
they,
man.
They try to make them look stupid. They try to paint a negative picture on them because they realize the power of the picture that's painted. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, like they try to play NWA as fools who just wanted to bleed negativity into society when really they're just explaining their reality. You know what I'm saying? And they had to get that off their chest. And
Yeah. It's like an
Yeah.
aggressive song that we make or that we have made. It's like, I don't know, man. Like that shit is just from like experiences that we've gone through or seen,
Yeah.
or like, you know. And sometimes there is like energy that we have to give out. Like we're not gonna go out and fucking, you know, kill people or like do no fucked up shit. Sometimes
you use that energy to stay in your room and
Yeah, and-
progress on your craft.
exactly. It's all to grow. It's all for a
Put that
positive
energy
purpose.
into
Yeah.
a positive energy.
Yeah,
man.
like fucking, who said that? Craig Zen? He says,
I've seen his new video, Pain /
yeah, hell yeah.
Oh.
Real sad / pain.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he says, he had to find a positive outlet for all his negative energy.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what music is. It's, or any positive hobby, like fucking, whether it's like, you know, videography, fucking fashion, anything like positive.
Everything
You know,
has a positive outlet.
not even, it doesn't even have to be that. It could be literally fucking going to the gym, exercising.
planting a
You're
garden.
feeling
Yeah.
that metaphorical black hole
Sitting
or
outside.
something, which it
Yeah.
could be drugs, it could be music.
Yeah.
Usually it's drugs with people.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
people want to cope, man. People
Yeah.
want to cope. They
And
want to.
that's what's pushed onto us as a coping mechanism from
Mhm.
what we
Alright.
see on TV commercials to what we see in music videos to what we see on fucking actual TV shows. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It's like, do everything that's easy. Don't do what's hard to heal yourself. And what's easy is going and picking up a bottle. You know what I'm saying? Going, doing some
That's
drugs or whatever it is.
Exactly what I was talking about last night. I said the reason why addiction is so hard is just because that availability to get that satisfaction is so easy.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and so instead of like working out, where you're actually like working to get those to get that dopamine flowing.
Yeah.
Just go to the store and buy a fucking bottle. And
Yeah, exactly. And people always assume that like I do drugs or I smoke weed or I drink, but like I don't do any of that shit.
All he does is smoke nicotine.
I wouldn't say I'm straight edge, but like, you know, cuz I don't know, straight edge kids they
don't do
live
shit.
a lifestyle. They live a lifestyle of being straight edge and they like to be categorized in like being straight edge. I just don't. I'm just sober.
Pura vida.
Yeah, I just don't do none of that shit except for nicotine, but I just feel like the joy and everything that comes from like substance, I don't know, for me it just feels like it's not real.
Exactly. Oh my god, yes.
Yeah, like it's just like it's like, bro, like I could fucking be having a bad day and I'll smoke some weed and I'll be perfectly fine and happy, and then
The next day it piles on two times harder.
yeah, exactly, it's all fake emotions, because like, bro, why would I do all this substance and feel good when you don't really feel good?
Yeah.
Why not just like feel that way all the time and elevate your emotions?
Yes.
Like I could think right now, all right, like I'm happy, I want to feel even more happy, and I'll elevate my emotions instead of like smoking weed to make me even more happy than I already am. So that's all it is, man. I just love to like elevate my emotion and my energy. So like instead of being happy, I'm fucking extremely happy. Like I'm extremely grateful, appreciative, and like just from that, I don't need substance. It doesn't interest me. Like I'm great right now. I'm having like an amazing time. So why do I need to pick up a drink to like, you know? And I get it. You know, like some people, they love to just like have fun for a night or like smoke some weed and just
Completely
have some fun.
normal.
I'm not
There's
against
7 billion of us. Do what you want. Just do it healthily.
Yeah.
Don't let it cloud yourself.
These motherfuckers smoke mad fucking za, bro. Like,
Hell yeah.
I'm never like, man, y'all niggas fucking smoking that shit.
I told you niggas about smoking that za.
No cap. Like I don't give a fuck, bro. To each his own. Yeah, I used to smoke mad weed, bro. I used to smoke mad weed.
Bro.
I used to drink. I used to do like psychedelics and all that shit. But like, I don't know, bro. I just feel like I'm at the point in my life where I just don't need any of that shit. I feel like I've elevated and I've really like took the time to understand who I am in my mind and like how I perceive things. And like, I just realized that shit's not for me. And that doesn't mean it's not for anybody. I'm not against it. Like I said, these motherfuckers smoke mad weed every day. I'm never on their ass because like.
Due to him though, I cut back a lot. I ain't even gonna cap. I'd have been smoking. I'd have been doing a lot more of what I've been doing, because, man, I fuck with drugs. I'm not going to lie about it. I fuck with them. Not like crazy, but...
Smoke too much, I get anxiety.
Yeah, you smoke too much, it'll fuck you up. It'll throw you off your pivot, and like...
Never used to be like that. I don't know why, but now it's got like that.
Yeah. Inspired to like
exactly.
do and like
that's why it's
myself.
not really toxic.
Yeah, back when I was younger though, like back say like when all that best gore shit was going crazy, like bro, that's literally bro, I was going on Facebook, like that's why I stopped getting on Facebook. It's just ratchet as fuck, you know what I'm saying? All I'm seeing is people talking shit,
people pregnant,
people fighting, people underage pregnancy, just a bunch of negative shit. Like,
even though
I don't want to be judgmental, but no, I'm not built like that. I can't go on and just share a bunch of negative shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'll share skateboarding. I'll share funny.
I don't let that
videos,
shit
I'll share
affect
music.
me at all. Like I'm cool with social media. That shit does not affect me at all. Like
I feel like
I'll see some bad
when I was
shit.
younger.
I'll see some negative shit, and I just don't give a fuck.
That's what it. No, never mind. You're talking about
unless it's like, you know, something going on in the world. Of course, I acknowledge it. Yeah. Of course, I acknowledge it, but I don't let it completely like disrupt.
I thought you meant like
my energy.
I was like, dude, honestly, I can't like go on Facebook. Like, I'll see some fucked up shit on Facebook. Like, I'm talking like violence and shit.
Oh yeah, that's fucked.
That's the thing about it. They want us to be desensitized to that shit and just see it as a norm. And like, I understand it in a sense. You know what I'm saying? Because like, I mean, I don't want to be like, say if I done watched all this shit throughout the years on Facebook, all this violent shit, and it desensitized me, I'd see it as a plus in the unlikely event that like maybe I'm caught in like a terrorist attack or some very public violent thing, and like I don't panic because I'm already used to seeing it. You know what I'm saying? But like that's really the only like plus I could see in it, because like I don't know, man, like shit's just negative as fuck. Like no cap, this is negative. Like.
Yeah, bro. But honestly, no, my newsfeed filled with nothing but
positive shit. No cap. That's how my shit's been for the past few years.
Is good and bad, because it can also not only can it do that, I just told y'all, but it can also spread awareness.
Yep.
Yeah.
People, a whole community of people can come together and eliminate.
Exactly, because they acknowledge it, and that's what I'm saying. Like I'll acknowledge the bad shit, but but I don't let it disrupt my energy and be like, oh fuck, I'm gonna be thinking about this like nonstop. Like fuck no. Like I'll see that shit, I'll be like, and then keep scrolling. Like I don't let it fucking affect my life. Just like you're supposed to do with everything. If someone comes up to you and says like fuck you, like you're ugly as fuck.
I'll just
Like
be like, that's your opinion, I don't care.
exactly.
Like motherfucker, I'm beautiful.
Yeah.
Exactly, that's the confidence of it.
You're not gonna let that shit disrupt your energy. You're probably gonna like get offensive at first, because that's just what humans do. You're probably gonna be like, you know, fuck this guy. What the fuck? Yeah, but then you think about it and you're like, man, I don't give a fuck. Like I'm not gonna let this dude who's having a bad day fuck my day up. Like my day's going great, and you just gotta let it going great. Like
That reminds me of that one fucking movie scene where the guys are complimenting each other. He's like, I hope you have a good day. He's like, I hope you have a better week. And they're just going back and forth, just complimenting each other and shit. I'm like, what the fuck?
yeah.
But yeah.
What are y'all's favorite food?
Ooh,
Motherfucking steak, bro.
Pasta.
Come on.
Any
man.
kind of pasta.
Steak,
I fucking
man.
love it.
Barbecue, man. I'm
My
from
Italians,
Texas,
where
bro.
you at?
I'm from Texas,
Filipino
man.
barbecue. As
Yeah.
How do y'all feel about what's the difference between the Corpus Christi scene and the Utah scene?
I'm not gonna lie, bro. Corpus Christi scene is like, there's so much talent here and there's so many people trying to do some shit, but I feel like the majority of it, they're kind of trying to copy each other in a way. Like no one really, like I don't like to like sound like I'm talking shit. This is just like because I live in Utah and I see how it is there and I come here. Yeah,
General
this is
observation.
This is just my opinion. Like in Utah, I'm not gonna say it's any better, you know, but because it goes on everywhere. People bite each other everywhere and shit. But it's just like in Utah, like there's a lot more free thinking.
Due to how it is socially.
Yeah.
Like we grew up in a fucking cult ran state. Like,
yeah.
There's a lot of religious oppression and just like this cookie cutter lifestyle that's just pressed on everyone there. So it's just natural for people to want to break free away from that shit.
Yeah, they want to break that shit and be someone else. And
Out here, it's not really
they
like
want to
that.
try to be different, and that like ends up making them be different in a way, you know. So like people dress how they want to dress, they make the music they want to make in a way. Not everyone, you know, but I feel like here it's kind of everyone's kind of been like trapped here in a way. Like most of the people I talk to, they've never left Texas before.
You're right, because I have interviewed Teen Witch. I don't know if you know him, but he's really cool. Like he's actually been through life and he's been through hardships, and he told me the same thing. Like he just wants to get the fuck out.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like people here, everyone wants to get the fuck out, but I feel like they just don't do it. And the people that do it are the people that are doing big things because they actually got out and they're not trying to be like everyone else.
It's like the same shit in Utah, honestly. I see a lot of similarities between Corpus and Utah. The only thing that's like different with it is Corpus is in a state that's open as fuck. There's just so many things that go on.
You don't really
here,
have
know
to
what I'm
leave
saying?
Texas.
You don't really have to. You know what I'm saying? The only reason I see people like really wanting to leave Texas is if they don't want to deal with the competition. They completely want to go just branch off and start something new, which is completely understandable. But like it's very similar to Salt Lake and shit. At least Corpus is. Because it's kind of sectioned off from everything. There's not really a poppin' city next to you guys, you know what I'm saying?
It's like
just
2 hours away.
Yeah, it's just Corpus right here, you know what I'm saying? It's just everything's out of the way. Like nobody's really gonna go bust a fucking mission to like go do some crazy shit in the other city unless they got the money or the time, you know what I'm saying? And
that's what's hard here too, because it's
low income,
yeah, there's a lot of poverty here. There's a lot of poverty here, man. There's a rich side here, like there is everywhere, but there's also a lot of poverty here, and that is a big effect on things as well. Cause bro, like I said, there's so much talent here. There's so many people that like have crazy energy that needs to be like seen with the rest of the world, and I don't know. There's just a lot of factors that are holding them back, as there is everywhere. It's just like Corpus has its own thing, you know. Utah has its own thing. New York has its own thing. Like,
and I don't want to put the weight on our shoulders. Quick interjection. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
I don't want to put the weight on our shoulders with that, but like, that's also what we're here to do with our music. You know what I'm saying? We want to be a global force of making sure people who are
heard,
left,
bro.
Yeah, they're heard. You know what I'm saying? If you're left in the dark, we don't want that to be a thing. We want to shine light where light needs to be shined. We don't want to be like all these other artists. Like, okay, I blew up. I'm gonna go to L.A. I'm gonna go to New York. I'm gonna go to Atlanta. Nah, we're gonna go to the fucking armpits of the country. We're gonna go behind the knees of the country.
Like you, for example.
Outskirts, man.
Y'all as like y'all express each other in the way of of what you think people need to hear and not what they want to hear.
Exactly, exactly, man. And like you, for example, like you're pretty known in Corpus. Like everyone knows who the fuck AddyGoat is, bro. Like it's AddyGoat, but like people don't know who you are, where we're from. So it's like, why not take our audience and your audience and we just fucking combine them together, and boom, like people know who the fuck Addy is in Salt Lake City, and like you can come out there, shoot like 10 fucking videos for people. Yeah, bro. Same thing with everyone here, like. Fucking Zandon hard as fuck, bro. That nigga hard as fuck. Like, I want to work with him. Like, we want to work with him. We want
That boy is
we want to fucking
That boy is tough.
we want to fucking like give him our audience, you know, and we want to like trade audiences in a way. Same thing with like who else? Opti the Prince. That he's hard as fuck. Shit. Kai, yeah, Kai Lee, Angelo, yeah, like
everybody.
There's a lot of talent here, bro. Like for sure, it just needs to be like, you know, and it's
it
dead
needs to
ass
be
like
facilitated, man. It needs to be facilitated. It needs to be organized.
Yeah.
Everybody needs to be listening to one another and like
Help each other out.
Yeah, and like
Exactly.
And that's what we're doing in Utah as well.
Yeah.
So like, we're just really trying to do that shit everywhere, man. Like it's except here, there's not really. Like I would say the difference here and in Utah is like in Utah there's shows, there's big promoters there. There's people throwing a lot of like events like
Shit
pop
goes
up
down,
fashion.
Shit goes down.
Like it's definitely starting to grow, dead ass. Like it's like a small like turning into like
it's turning into a super city. It's been a
Yeah,
study since
yeah,
like
yeah.
2014 that it's like the fastest growing city in the country.
The thing about Corpus is when I first started out, there wasn't much artists.
yeah.
But as time went on and I kept getting into it, now it's just growing.
Yeah, it's growing, bro. It's growing, and that's what we want to help out with. Cause we're not gonna say like we came here and we did all this shit for Corpus. We're not gonna do that shit like for Corpus, for Utah, wherever the fuck we're from, cause our ego's not.
We just want to show
that big.
what can be done.
Yeah, we just want to come here, throw a show. We
Shit's
won't even
possible,
perform in
man.
the show,
Shit's
dead ass. Like
possible.
we don't even have to perform in the show. We just want to throw the show. I was telling the homie Angelo this the other day. Like we'll just help you throw the show, get all the local artists, like vendors, fucking designers, and just like have a fucking
Show people how to facilitate, man. Create a society, man.
That's what I'm
yeah.
trying to
Real
do before we
shit.
leave too. No cap, man.
Yeah, man. But yeah, I fuck with Corpus though. It's growing, bro. It's growing
Hey,
fast,
man.
and I'm glad we could like witness it.
I say, man,
Hell yeah.
Corpus is home to me now.
Like Ian
for
Dior,
sure.
like Ian Dior fucking blew the fuck up. Like that shit's crazy.
When I first started off, I was texting Ian Dior back when he was just Olmo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I would just text him on Twitter, be like, "Yo, you want to shoot a video?" Because I haven't shot a video before.
Mhm.
And so he didn't really fuck with me, but after that, like a year later, he blew the fuck up. But I don't really like the way he blew up, but that's his decision. And
Yeah.
Hey, man.
It was- yeah, fucking
Worked out.
yeah, it worked out for him, man. Like shit. Yeah, I hope so. I hope it works out for everybody. I hope everyone's having like an amazing adventure and experience, and yeah, man.
I'm gonna give y'all some advice.
Okay, so for any artists out there, when you, this is just my opinion, but if y'all are making music and shit, when it comes down to contracts, when people come to you with contracts, don't sign it, or at least read it. But
Yeah, don't sign it unless you know what the fuck you're signing, bro.
Bro, man, you never
We
know
see
what
that
you can get
shit
yourself into.
every day.
Don't be impulsive.
Every day, man. The money will come.
Don't get locked
Listen
up.
to this guy right
Don't
here,
get
man.
locked up.
Yeah,
I got an addiction to like chewing
Don't
on
get
plastic.
controlled by an organization.
yeah.
Puppet.
Yeah, don't be a puppet, man. Like, bro, we don't have money. We've never had money in our fucking lives. If someone comes with us right now with $10 million, of course I'm speaking right now. When that day comes, it might be a little different. Who knows? But as of right now, if someone comes to me with $10 million,
Not taking it.
360 deal, completely tries to fuck me, I'm not taking it, bro. I don't care how much money it
Fuck
is.
no.
Money-
Unless there's a off chance we can find a loophole in that motherfucking
Yeah.
finesse.
Yeah, if
That's
there's a
just
way
how it
we
is.
could fuck the system that's trying to
There's a
fuck
way,
us.
there's a way, man.
I mean, shit, we're gonna do it. But like,
Fuck the system.
until then, like,
Sir.
we're not
gotta
signing
work
that
with the
shit,
system.
man. We're not signing that shit. Like,
And honestly, it just depends on your intention.
yeah. Like,
if you really have a heart for it,
mhm.
then you wouldn't sign that contract, kind of like what Ian Dior did.
Yeah. I'm not too sure. on,
I
on
don't
that
know
side.
paperwork
Of it.
I'm
behind
not
that.
too sure on what Ian Dior's intentions are. I don't never even talk to him.
Yeah.
I don't
But-
want to make those assumptions.
Yeah,
But just
fucking-
based off statistics and how shit goes in the media,
people are
there is a
gonna
high
fold.
chance that
You gonna
labels might be
fold.
trying to fuck you over.
and
know
you
what I'm
gonna
saying?
fold because of the money, and bro, money will never buy me happiness, bro, ever. Like, I don't cherish money at all. Like, I cherish love. I cherish fucking freedom. Love, you can't buy love, bro. No matter how much money you have, you can't buy freedom. Like,
Whatever you do,
mental freedom, you can never buy that shit. Same with physical freedom. You could
one of
never
the
buy that
best,
shit.
Don't ever get your rights taken away from you.
Never.
Hell yeah,
Never. That's number one, bro.
We was brought up on that shit.
That's
We brown motherfuckers in America,
that's freedom,
man.
bro.
Like, that's
That's freedom.
yo.
That's everything,
golden
man.
rule,
Love,
man.
freedom, appreciation, gratitude, knowledge, bro. That's,
And you'll find that
can't
through
buy
faith,
that.
perspective, and acceptance.
Exactly. You can't buy that shit, bro. So I don't give a fuck how much money someone is gonna give me, bro.
If
I'm
it
not
ain't
taking
clean
it.
money,
If it ain't clean
you
and
know what
if
I'm
it
saying?
ain't gonna benefit us in any way, I'm not taking that shit because
burn that shit for all
I
care.
believe in us enough that we don't need money to fucking be
We
successful.
did all this shit broke as fuck.
Yeah, we've done everything that we've done it with no money, like at all, like literally, bro. Like,
Is there anything else you want to say? Because I think I'm gonna wrap up.
Shit. Thank you to AddyGoat, man. Thank you to the great state of Texas.
yeah,
Thank you to everybody listening to us, listening to Addy, checking
no
out our
cap.
content, supporting, showing love.
shout out to all the local artists,
Corpus.
soon to be
Shout out
global.
to Corpus,
Corpus,
for sure.
motherfucking
No
Utah.
cap, man.
We're gonna shoot a music video right after this. So.
Shout out to my motherfucking
Visuals.
brother Ernie and Chino. out
Yeah,
there. You
sorry,
know,
Yo,
yeah,
holding it
man.
down.
They ain't here,
Oh,
man,
God.
but it's Dogma for life, bro.
No cap. We're hiding our
Hey,
secret
man.
weapons, man. Those are secret weapons, man.
Yeah.
Hey, we're
But they ain't a secret.
Dogma Society is here to help.
Yeah, go listen
Here
to
to-
Dogma
here to
World.
show love.
Go listen to Dogma World Volume 1 on all platforms. Go
If you
fucking
I don't fucking know. If you have a passion or a craft or something that you love, just fucking do it. You
Do
know,
it, man.
fuck what anybody
Chase it
gotta
to the
say,
ends of
man.
the
do
earth,
it,
man.
do it and
Chase
be
it till the wheels
positive.
fall off.
Do it and be positive. Give love. Be grateful for every single day that you wake up and you're breathing.
Don't be a
Yes, sir.
scumbag in
No,
this world.
no matter where you're at in life, fucking just be you,
Just
man.
chase your shit,
Just
man.
Be you.
And
Dead
long
ass.
live my pops, long live Want, man, long,
Long live
live
my brother,
Benji,
man.
long live Nasir, long live everybody that anybody had to loss in these last fucked up years of American
live,
society, man.
man.
Just
No
live your
cap.
life, man. No cap. Love your people around you, man. Cherish
Oh
everything.
yeah. And welcome to the society.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I like dead ass having addiction chewing on shit.